ADM College for Women Autonomous Nagapattinam. PG and Research Department of Mathematics offers online program to you girls. Now I am Vanitha going to take 3rd BSc Mathematics semester 5 algebra. It is a core course 9. So in this unit 1 we have group. Before going into our prescribed syllabus, we need some introduction of groups, definition of group, examples of groups, abelian group and non-abelian group definition and examples, elementary properties of a group, some problems related to the elementary properties, and definition of permutation groups. Now, definition of a group. A non-empty set G together with the binary operation star may be addition or multiplication, is said to be a group if it satisfies the following axioms. Number 1, closure property. If A belongs to G, then A star A also belongs to G. Number 2, associative property. If A comma B belongs to G, then A star of B star C equal to A star B star C. Number 3, existence of identity. A star, there exists an identity element E in G such that A star E equal to E star A equal to A itself. Existence of inverse, 4th one. That is, there exists A inverse for every A in G such that A star A inverse equal to A inverse star A equal to E. So, definition of group, I think you are already studied in your plus 1 course itself. Now you should recall the basic things. Examples, recall the number system, integers, rationals, reals, complex numbers. These are all groups under addition. And you knew about the matrices. So, set of all 2 by 2 non-singular matrices with real elements is a group under addition. Next special group, set consisting of only 4 elements, 1 I minus 1 minus I is a group under multiplication. Next, the set consisting only 2 elements, 1 and minus 1 is a group under multiplication. Another one, A plus B root 2 such that A comma B belongs to Z is a group under addition. Next, some of the sets not satisfying the group axioms. What are they? We know that for example, the natural number system n equal to what? 1, 2, etc. So in this 0 is not appeared. So there is no element E belongs to n such that x plus E equal to x itself. Am I right? Next, another element Z. Another example, Z under multiplication is not a group. Why? The axiom 4 does not satisfy. That is, the inverse element 1 and minus 1 have only inverse elements, other doesn't have inverse. So you should remember n is not a group under addition, Z is not a group under multiplication. Next, abelian group and non-abelian group. What is abelian group and non-abelian group? If the condition AB equal to BA means, then the group is said to be abelian. A group is said to be abelian if AB equal to BA for all A comma B belongs to G. Otherwise non-abelian. So example, again you should recall the number system Z, R, Q and C are all abelian group under addition. But the set of all 2 by 2 matrices is not an abelian group under multiplication, since matrix multiplication is not commutative. Can you understand? Recall those things only. Elementary properties. Next, elementary properties of a group. It is like a theorem. G be a group, then identity element of G is what? Unique. For any A in G, the inverse of A is unique. So identity element of G is unique and the inverse of A in G is unique. Next property, in a group, left and right cancellation laws holds. What is it? AB equal to AC. A appear in left side on both of the equal side. So both sides A appear on left side. So Cancelling A on both sides, we get what? B equal to C. So left cancellation law. Another one, BA equal to CA. Here A appear on the right. Cancelling A, we get B equal to C. So left and right cancellation laws hold. Third one, G be a group and A comma B belongs to G, then the equations Ax equal to B and Ya equal to B have unique solutions for X and Y in X squared equal to X if and only if X equal to E. So problem 1. Next, second one, AB whole squared equal to A squared B squared. Solution. Proof. AB whole squared equal to what? AB into AB. This can be written as A into, in the middle we can group BA into AB into B, which implies BA can be written as AB since G is abelian. So it can be grouped into AA into BB, that is A squared B squared. So in general, for any positive integer n, AB whole to the power n, A to the power n into B to the power n. Third one, if G be a group such that A squared equal to E for all A in G, then G is abelian. Given that what? A squared equal to E, which implies what? A into A equal to E, which implies what? A equal to E A inverse. E A inverse equal to what? Just A inverse. So we arrived the condition A equal to A inverse. So using this, now we can write AB equal to AB whole inverse. That is what? B inverse A inverse. What is it? BA. So AB equal to BA, which implies abelian. Next, permutation group. It is a bijection map of A to A itself is known as permutation of A. So example, if we take A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, then F from A to A given by F of 1 equal to 2, F of 2 equal to 1, F of 3 equal to 4, F of 4 equal to 3 is a permutation of A. Usually it is written as matrix form. In the first row represent the element, second row represent corresponding images. So another one, the set of all permutation satisfies group axioms under the composition of functions. So it is called symmetric group of degree n and is denoted by Sn. Example, A equal to 1, 2, 3, then S3 equal to set of elements E, P1, P2, P3, P4 and P5 is a group containing 3 factorial elements, that is 6 elements. So what is it? Is a identity permutation. The elements 1, 2, 3, images are also 1, 2, 3. Then P1, elements 1, 2, 3, here 1 goes to 2, F of 2 equal to 3, F of 3 equal to 1, P2 equal to F of 1 equal to 3, F of 2 equal to 1, F of 3 equal to 2. So like we have 6 permutations and form a group under the composition of functions and is named as S3. Next, our prescribed portion, subgroups. What is subgroup? A subset H of a group G is a subgroup of G if H itself is a group with respect to the same binary operation on G. Example, group of integers with addition is a subgroup of group of real numbers with the addition. 1 and minus 1 is a subgroup under multiplication of the group of non-zero real numbers r star comma dot. Any group is a subgroup itself. E is the identity of the group G, then the singleton set E is a subgroup of G. G and E are subgroups of a group G. They are also called as what? Improper subgroups. Q is a subgroup of R and R is a subgroup of C. In Q under addition, Q plus is a subgroup of R plus and R plus is a subgroup of C plus. 1 I minus 1 minus I is a subgroup of C star under dot. For any integer n, nz comma plus is a subgroup of z plus. So the group AN of all even permutations in Sn is a subgroup of Sn. So in all the subgroups, the identity element is same as theorem. H be a subgroup of G, then the identity element of H is the same as that of G. For each A in G, for each A in H, the inverse of A in H is same as that of inverse of A in G. Proof. Take two identities for H and G and H. E and E dash be the identity element of G and H respectively. Let A belongs to H. Now we can write E dash A equal to A. E dash A equal to A. Since E dash is the identity of H. Again, A can be written as EA. Why? E is the identity of G and A belongs to G. EA belongs to G. EA equal to what? A. So A can be written as EA. Therefore, E dash A equal to EA. Which implies what? A appears on left side of both. So cancelling that, E dash equal to E. So next, another proof of B, that is inverse elements are also same. A dash and A double dash be the inverse of G and H respectively. Since by condition A, G and H have the same identity element E, we have A dash A equal to E and A double dash A equal to E. So A dash A equal to E, that is equal to A double dash A. It implies what? A dash equal to A double dash by right cancellation law. So hence inverses are also same. One proved. Next, theorem 2. Subset H of a group G is a subgroup of G if and only if it is closed under binary operation in G. Identity E of G is in H. A belongs to H implies A inverse belongs to H. So a subset H of a group G is a subgroup means what? The three conditions holds. Closed property, existence of identity and existence of inverse. So these three conditions are satisfied means it is a subgroup. So subgroup means these conditions are proved, holds. If the three conditions are holds means it is a subgroup. Trivial proof. Next term, theorem 3. A non-empty subset H of a group G is a subgroup of G if and only if A comma B belongs to G implies A B inverse belongs to H. So the above three conditions are simplified into one condition. A comma B belongs to H implies A B inverse belongs to H. Proof. Let H be a subgroup of G. Let A comma B belongs to H. Since H is a subgroup, it satisfies group axioms. So A comma B inverse belongs to H, hence A B inverse belongs to H. Conversely, H be a non-empty subset of G such that A comma B belongs to H implies A B inverse belongs to H. We have to prove it is a group. It satisfies group axioms. So since H not equal to empty, there exists an element A in H contained in G. A inverse belongs to H, which implies E belongs to H. Also since E comma A belongs to H, A inverse belongs to H implies A inverse belongs to H. Now A comma B belongs to H, then A B inverse belongs to H implies A into B inverse whole inverse. What is it? AB. AB belongs to H. So from 1, 2, 3, E belongs to H, A inverse belongs to H, AB belongs to H. So by the previous theorem, existence of identity true, inverse true and closed property true. So H is a subgroup of G. Very important condition, important theorem to prove H is a subgroup. It is enough to prove A comma B belongs to H implies A B inverse belongs to H. Okay. Next, you should note the property by the if the binary operation is star means dot means the above condition. Okay. Addition means what is the condition? A comma B belongs to H implies A minus B belongs to H. Next theorem, intersection of two subgroup is what? if H and K are two subgroups of G, then H intersection K is also a subgroup of G. Proof. Clearly E belongs to H intersection K. So H intersection K is not empty. So now take any two element A comma B in the intersection, which implies what? A comma B belongs to H, also A comma B belongs to K, which implies A B inverse belongs to H and A B inverse belongs to K, since H and K are subgroups. Now which implies what? In both groups the element appear means the element appear in the intersection. So A B inverse belongs to H intersection K. So H intersection K is a subgroup of G. So very important one, H intersection K is also a subgroup of G. For the union, union need not be a group. Example, 2Z and 3Z are subgroups of Z plus. What is 2Z? 2Z is a set of Z. We know that 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 etc. So 2Z means multiplying by 2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 etc. 3 is equal to 0, 3, 6, 9 etc. What about the union? Both are 2, 3, next word 4, next word 6, next 9, this are. Now 2Z union 3Z is not a subgroup of Z. Why? The element 2, 3 belongs to the union, but 2 plus 3 equal to what? Closure property. 2 plus 3 equal to 5. 5 is not in the union 2Z union 3Z. Am I correct? So union of two subgroups need not be a subgroup. It may be a subgroup under some condition. What is the condition? That is the next theorem. Union of two subgroup of a subgroup is a union of two subgroups of a group is a subgroup if and only if one is contained in the other. If and only if one is contained in the other. Proof. Let H and K be two subgroups of G such that one is contained in the other. That means either H in K contained in K or K contained in H. Whatever their union, H union K equal to either K or H. So H union K is what? Subgroup of G. H and K are subgroup, so the union is subgroup. Conversely, suppose H union K is a subgroup of G, we claim that one is contained in the other. H is contained in K or K is contained in H. Suppose not. H is not contained in K and K is not contained in H. There exists element A comma B such that A belongs to H and A not in K. B belongs to K and B not in H. So we get what? Clearly A comma B belongs to H union K. H union K is a subgroup of G. So AB belongs to product. AB belongs to H union K. The product AB belongs to H union K. That means what? AB belongs to H or AB belongs to K. So take case 1. AB belongs to H. Since A belongs to H, A inverse belongs to H. Hence A inverse into AB equal to B belongs to H. B belongs to H, which is a contradiction to equation 2. Case 2. Let AB belongs to K. Since B belongs to K, B inverse belongs to K. Hence, AB into B inverse, what is it? That is A. So, A belongs to K, which is a contradiction to 1. Hence, our assumption that H is not contained in K and K is not contained in H is false. One is contained in the other. Am I correct? Do you understand? Important one. Next, product set AB. A and B are two subgroups of a G. Then AB equal to what? Set of all small ab such that small a belongs to capital A and small b belongs to capital B. If A and B are two subgroups of G, AB need not be a subgroup of G. Using permutation group, we can prove this concept. Next, another theorem. Under some condition, it may also true. A and B be two subgroups of a group G, then AB is a subgroup of G if and only if AB equal to BA. Go through once again the statement of the theorem about AB is a subgroup of G if and only if AB equal to BA. Proof. Take AB be a subgroup. Claim AB equal to BA. Let X belongs to AB. Since AB is a subgroup of G, X inverse belongs to AB. Next, what is X inverse? X inverse equal to, X inverse belongs to AB, so it is of the form, product form AB, where A belongs to capital A, B belongs to capital B. Therefore, X equal to what? AB whole inverse, that is equal to B inverse A inverse. Since A and B are subgroups of G, A inverse belongs to A and B inverse belongs to B. Therefore, X belongs to BA. So, we take X in AB, we arrived X in BA. Hence, AB contained in BA. Next, to prove reverse, let X belongs to BA. What is it? X equal to small BA, where B belongs to capital B and A belongs to capital A. Then X inverse equal to A, BA whole inverse equal to A inverse B inverse. It belongs to where? AB. Now, AB is a subgroup and X inverse belongs to AB. We have X belongs to AB. Therefore, we took X in where? BA. Arrived X in AB. So, BA contained in AB. So, we get what? AB equal to BA. Reverse relation. Converse part. Clearly, to prove converse part, assume that AB equal to BA, claim AB is a subgroup. So, recall to prove the condition of subgroup. Let A comma B belongs to H implies A B inverse belongs to H. Similarly, here we have to prove AB is a subgroup. So, for that we have to prove any two element X comma Y in AB. You have to prove X Y inverse in AB. So, recall that condition in your mind. Now, X equal to X comma Y in AB means AB product set. So, X is of the form X equal to A1 B1 and Y equal to A2 B2, where small A1 A2 belongs to capital A's and small b's belongs to capital B's. Therefore, XY inverse equal to A1 B1 into A2 B2 inverse, that is equal to A1 B1 B2 inverse into A2 inverse by elementary property. Now, in the middle, in the last, B2 inverse A2 inverse, it belongs to where? BA. But BA equal to what? AB. Therefore, B2 inverse A2 inverse belongs to AB. So, it belongs to AB means in the set AB we have only of the form A into B. So, A inverse and B2 A inverse can be written as A3 B3, where A3 belongs to capital A, small b3 belongs to capital B. Therefore, XY inverse equal to A1 B1 into A3 B3. Now, in the middle, B1 A3 belongs to BA, but BA belongs to BA equal to what? AB. So, B1 A3 can be written as some AB. So, A4 into B4 only. So, A4, small a4 belongs to capital A, small b4 belongs to capital B. Now, go to once again XY inverse equal to A1 into A4 B4 into B3, that is A1 A4 B4 B3. So, belongs to where? AB. So XY inverse belongs to AB. Therefore, AB is a subgroup of G. So the condition of subgroup is proved. So AB is a subgroup of G if and only if AB equal to BA. Very important theorem. C part question proved. Corollary. If A and B are subgroups of a abelian group G, then AB is a subgroup of G. Proof. X belongs to AB, then X equal to what? Small ab, and given that G is abelian, so AB equal to small ba. X belongs to AB means AB is contained in BI. Similarly, BA is contained in AB. Therefore, AB equal to BA. Hence, by theorem, AB is a subgroup of G. Next, section 3.6. Cyclic groups. Section 3.6 what? Cyclic groups. Recall the term cycle. Feel that cyclic groups. That is, a group is generated by a single element. That is known as cyclic group. So here H, the set H equal to set of A to the power n belongs to Z is a subgroup of G. Then H is what? Cyclic group, cyclic subgroup generated by element A and is generated by A. Example, in Z plus generated by 2, the set generated by 2 equal to what? 2Z, which is the subgroup of even integers. So it is cyclic subgroup. It is a group of even integers. 2Z is a group of even integers. So it is a cyclic subgroup generated by 2. So definition, A belongs to G is called a generator of A. Generator of G if the set generated by A equal to G. So example, 1i minus 1 minus I. The element I is the generator of this group. How? I equal to, generated by I equal to what? I squared I cube by 4. What is I value of this I squared is what? Minus 1. I cube is what? Minus I4 is what? Plus 1. So what is it? That is our set G. So I is the generator of the group G. Theorem, any cyclic group is abelian. Any cyclic group is abelian. Proof. Let G equal to generated by A be a cyclic group. Let X comma Y belongs to G, then X is of the form A to the power R and Y is of the form A to the power S for some R comma S in Z. What is the product? XY equal to A to the power R into A to the power S equal to A to the power R plus S equal to A to the power S R plus S. That is equal to what? That can be reverse. Addition is commutative. S plus R can be written as R plus S. R plus S is written as S plus R. So A to the power S into A to the power R. What is it? YX. So we get XY equal to YX. So abelian. Next, very important 5 mark question. A subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. Proof. G be a cyclic group generated by small a and H be the subgroup of G. H is cyclic climb. Every element of H is of the form A to the power n for some integer n. Let m be the smallest positive integer such that A to the power m belongs to H. We claim that A to the power m is the generator of. How it is generator? Let B belongs to H. Then B equal to A to the power n for some n belongs to Z. Let n equal to mq plus r. 0 less than or equal to r less than m. Then B equal to what? A to the power n, that is equal to A to the power mq plus r. That is what? A to the power mq into A to the power r. What is it? A to the power m whole to the power q into ar From this, a to the power r equal to a to the power m whole to the power minus q into b. So we arrive one element a to the power r is a to the power m whole to the power minus q into b. Now a to the power m belongs to h. H is a subgroup. So a to the power m whole to the power minus q belongs to h. Also b belongs to h. So a to the power r also belongs to h. But m is the least positive integer such that a to the power m belongs to h. Therefore r value is only 0, r equal to 0. Can you follow? R equal to 0. Therefore n equal to mq only. So b equal to a to the power n equal to a to the power mq. That is equal to what? A to the power m whole to the power q. Therefore every element of h is a power of a to the power m. That means h equal to generated by a to the power m, and hence h is cyclic. Okay. Some exercises we can do. Every proper subgroup of S3 is cyclic, and recall your memory, true or false. Every cyclic group is abelian. Every abelian group is cyclic. Z plus is a cyclic group. You have to check yourself. Thank you.